I wanted to ask you, in general, I mean, in most of your films, part of the message is that sexuality, seen as enjoyment, as pleasure, as liberation, is marvelous. At the same time, in several of your films, exactly those people that experience the joy or delight of free sexuality finish up dead. Have you thought of that? I mean, in WR, the final shot is the, or nearly the final shot, is the head of the chief protagonist enjoying herself enormously, having sex, has her head cut off with a skate.
But head, if you remember, head still stays joyful. Head says few things and ends with a smile.
But you could, then again, the switchboard operator finishes dead at the bottom of the well. Yeah. And the lover in Montenegro also finishes up dead.
Yeah, I must tell you something, George. Maybe you would not like to hear that, but we'll all end in a kind of very sad way. I think that's really something that we don't like to know about. But like we are all kind of, we are doomed. That's how life ends.
I'm sure we all know about the fragility of life, and we all feel our end is coming from whatever source at whatever time. But what I'm saying is that in your films, quite directly, in 3 of them at least, the personage
dies. Look, first.
dies often as a result of their sexuality. I mean, the...
indirectly. Okay, there are two reasons.
Fairly directly.
2 reasons. One, people should be punished for freedom. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not on the side of punishment, but look, take fairy tales. Can you imagine Hansel and Gretel without being thrown in the oven by the witch? The whole fairy tale would be absolutely destroyed.
I'm not going to let you get away with this explanation, because the thing is,
okay,
so, people have to be punished for freedom, you say. But
look,
you are advocating
I'm saying,
freedom.
you know, it's how to explain that? I now say this is a surface explanation. This is something that people. I think that without this heavy endings, without this, say, punishment, okay? Because they're not punished by me, they were punished by, let's say, they enjoy brainlessness of life, and then the same, on the same road, the same brainlessness, or the same series of accidents, series of happy accidents that their life is, brings an unhappy accident, and suddenly they're dead. What I want to say is that for some reason it's important. Now, I think this is in the basis of any storytelling, that you need a danger and you need a punishment. Otherwise there is no story.
Yeah, but I haven't really, for my own satisfaction, reached an answer as to why your view of sex as delightful and life-enhancing seems on many occasions to lead directly to violent death. However, I mean, I suspect that perhaps you don't know why.
No. No, I could not tell you. I just, you know, like, I think that it's just you feel that it's necessary, and it could be part. I was actually, I wanted to write something on the subject of like humor as artistic strategy, because I found that sometimes, very often, like when you try to treat something, you get into dead-end situation because like everybody is right. You know, people who want something, they're right, and people who would not let them have it, they're right too. It's not true that freedom is really good, because too much freedom leads to all kind of can lead to all kind of unexpected and horrible results. So it's not really true that if we all get free, it's going to be fantastic. You need control. We have to get control. Somebody should control us. So, but when you try to do something, you have this kind of dialogue of death, and it's unresolvable until you bring in humor.
Yes.
Because like humor that tells you that fight that is too serious, that something is wrong with it. Or defending something too seriously is also something that is not totally sincere. Look, speaking of pleasures, it does not mean when I just thought that something that is pleasant and that is nice should be publicly recognizes that. And I was really nervous and unhappy about so much hypocrisy that was covering sex as a devil's thing and something that does not exist, etc. So I just wanted to open some truth, but not really to say that we should only have, because you can't eat honey all the time. I think that bitter taste is very important. Like if we manage somehow, say magically, we manage to kill in our senses, in our sensorial apparatus, we kill the sense of cold, sense of bitterness, like some tastes.
Yeah.
If we kill,
You know,
and we stay only with sweet, it's very boring. It will be absolutely death. You need something ugly to remind us of beauty.
Дай же ты всем понемногу и не забудь про меня. Дай же ты всем понемногу и не забудь про меня.